And this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. We have a chance to talk with Army hockey coach Brian Riley. They've got an Atlantic hockey quarterfinal series coming up that they will host at West Point Friday, Saturday, and if need be, a third game on Sunday. Coach, how are you today?
Doing great, Ken. Always good to talk to you.
Enjoy it. Now, tell us a little bit about your season. You played a couple of goaltenders, and you finished with a wild game against Sacred Heart. Just a little summary of your season.
Yeah, so looking back on the regular season, really proud of our guys for finishing third, top three in the league. Put us in a situation where we earned a bye, which was really important. It gave us an opportunity to get some guys rested, and but all in all, as I look at the regular season, we didn't have a lot of experience in goal coming in. We started Justin Evenson, I think, who had 2.5 games experience, and then we put Gavin Abrick in early in the year, and he hasn't really looked back. I mean, he's probably going to be a first or second team all conference. He's on the Richter Awards watch list, being one of the top 10 goalies in the country. So he has been our rock back there. And then, of course, we have a D-corps that we lost a lot of guys to graduation that played a lot of minutes for us. So we have some older guys, some seniors that might not have played as much as they would have liked the last couple of years, but they've had the opportunity to step in and get a lot of ice time, along with two of our top D, the two junior D, Thomas Farrell and Anthony Furiolo, who have received all league awards every year. And then up front, of course, Colin Bielik, Eric Butte, our captains, Daniel Hyder, our alternate captain. I mean, they've just given so much to the program, and so I think the regular season was a success, but now we come to this second season, the playoffs, and our guys are excited, and obviously playing Air Force just adds more excitement to it. So we're definitely looking forward to the opportunity.
Absolutely. Now, you went out to Colorado Springs in January to play a couple of games with the Air Force Academy, and you split those. What were those two games like?
Well, tale of two games. Our first game, you usually don't see happen in this series, was an 8-3 win for us. Our guys were just kind of clicking on all cylinders, and the next night was more indicative of how these games usually are. We wound up losing in overtime. We gained a point, so we left Air Force. We went out there behind them in the standings, but we left there ahead of them, picking up 4 out of 6 points. So it was, obviously a pretty good weekend. But I would anticipate these games this weekend are going to be more like the second game out there. Most of our games are usually always 1-goal games, and I would think that that's probably going to be the same here this weekend.
Very good. Well, I would tell people what a wonderful place to watch college hockey it is at West Point, and you have the game on Friday, Saturday, and possibly, if need be, on Sunday against the Air Force Academy. What are some of the keys for you to play well against Air Force?
Well, this time of the year, again, it starts with goaltending, getting great goaltending. It's also about special teams. Like, you want to be on the plus side of that. By that, I mean, you want to have success on your power play, and you want to do a great job on your penalty kill. And how you do that with your penalty kill is play with discipline, right? Like, this series will create a lot of energy with both teams, but I think it's really important that you play with intensity and not emotion, because emotion can get you in trouble, right? So we need to be intense every shift. Ice is going to be hard to get out here this weekend, so You got to be ready to engage in one-on-one battles, and the team that wins more of those one-on-one battles will probably win the series.
Very good. It will be quite a series at West Point this Saturday. We've been wanting to catch up with you after the Olympics. Special part of your life and your family's life that your dad, Jack Riley, coached West Point for many years, was the coach of the 1960 Olympic team, which some people have called the forgotten miracle. Winning the gold medal in 1960. Of course, we all remember who were around then, the 1980 win for the gold medal. But what were some of your family remembrances of the 60 Olympics?
Well, for me, I guess it all started with at our house in the basement. My dad had one wall pictures of his Army teams and pictures with his Army captains, and then on the other wall was pictures of the Olympic teams, and there were different action shots. There were pictures with the gold medal, and so anytime somebody would come to my house, it would be inevitable that they would always say, "Hey, where's the gold medal?" And I'm like, "Do you want to see the gold medal?" And of course they'd say yes. So I'd run up to my mom and dad's room and open my dad's top drawer, lift his t-shirts. That's where he kept his gold medal, underneath his t-shirts. I'd bring it down and show him. Actually, I don't think he was supposed to have a gold medal. And a couple of weeks after he got home, his general manager of the team, a guy by the name of Jim Claypool, called him and said, "Hey, Jack, they're asking for the gold medal that you have, that they're asking for it back." And my dad's response was, and I'll just say it, not exactly how he would have said it, but "You can tell them I threw the gosh darn gold medal in the Hudson River. Like, they're not getting that gold medal back." So yeah, we still have the gold medal. And but I would run into his players, in hockey rinks. I got to know Coach Brooks. Of course, everyone knew from watching Miracle that Coach Brooks was the last guy cut on my dad's team. And Coach Brooks would always tell the story. And the first time that I heard it, he was holding court in a Minnesota high school game in the rink, and he called me over. And I remember thinking, "Oh, this is not going to end well for me. Like, he's going to blow up my dad or something." And he asked everybody, "Did I tell you the story about Jack Riley? This is one of his sons." And they're like, "No." And he told them that, "Well, when Coach Riley cut me, I went out and I called my dad, and my dad said, 'Hey, Herb, you go in, you thank Coach Riley for the opportunity, and you're coming home and you're going to be at work on Monday.'" And then he said, "My dad and I were watching the game, and the U.S. beats the Czechs to win the gold medal. And when the final buzzer sounded, he said his dad looked at him and said, 'Hey, Herb, I guess Coach Riley made the right decision, didn't he?'" And I was like, wow. So a lot of fond memories, and they didn't have the media that they had back during 1980. So like you said, the forgotten miracle is often the term that is, I guess, associated with the 60 team. But a lot of pride, to be able to know that our dad was part of something really special and still being talked about today.
Absolutely. When you walk around Tate Rink, there are some great photos, some old West Point photos, and I love the photo in the lobby of the old Smith rink, which is where I guess it's where the alumni building is now.
Yes.
And and that the great hockey history that happened in that building. Well, Coach Brian Riley, good to talk with you today, and I'm just encouraging all the fans to come out on Saturday, Sunday, possibly Friday, Saturday, 7 o'clock for your games in the Atlantic Hockey Playoff against the Air Force Academy.
All right, Ken, thanks for having me. And for the fans, I know they wouldn't be disappointed. Like, it'll be great hockey, and obviously watching games in Tate Rink is really kind of neat because you're right on top of the action. So hopefully we'll see a lot of people here this weekend.
Absolutely. Always a great hockey atmosphere at West Point. Coach Brian Riley, best wishes. Thank you for good to talk today. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. Have a good day.